Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Jellybean, who thinks it's his channel. This is the Jellybean channel. The Jellybean channel. I'm Jellybean and I'm your host. I swear, he's been ignoring me all day. I've been organizing my bookshelves so they might look different. I hope they do, because I spent all day doing that. I thought I would film my April book haul in mid-May and just deal with it, because that's how life is right now. But I'm super excited to go through these books with you. That means you have to get down, boo. That means you gotta go. Say bye. Say bye to the people. Say thank you for watching my show. I'm Jellybean. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aww. Last month was my birthday month. I turned 28 years old. For my birthday, I took 3 giant crates of books that I'm never gonna read again, that I lost interest in, or that I found out a lot of my books were like 13th or 24th in a series, and I'm not that dedicated, honestly. Most of them were like thrillers that I found out were part of a series, and I'm just like, heck no. So I unhauled 3 crates of books. I did not do an unhaul video. Maybe I should every time I trade, but I trade pretty much every single month. So if that's something you want to see, like once a month, my unhaul load, let me know in the comments below, and I'll start doing that. I got $100 in trade credit for those books. So I don't have 1 bag of books, or even 2 bags of books. No, of course not. I have 3 bags of books. This one was part of a thrift store haul. And, okay, let's see if I can hold all of these up at once. Some of them I don't know a whole lot about. Others I know too much about. So we're just gonna go through them, and if I know what they're about, I'll give you a couple keywords, but I'm not gonna do a huge synopsis for any of them, because I'm guessing there's like 30 books here with my thrift store goods. There's like 10 books in this one by itself. I know that because at this thrift store, it's buy 4 books, get the 5th for free. So I got 10 books. I think I spent like 20 bucks on them, and then the rest was just the $100 credit. So all these books for about 20 bucks. Not too bad. So let us start. This one is of Monsters and Madness by Jessica Verde. So it's a gothic thriller that takes inspiration from Mr. Jekyll and Dr. Hyde. The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I read that. I didn't love it, but it also takes inspiration from Edgar Allan Poe. There's actually Allan and Edgar Poe. Yeah. So Allan and Edgar Poe are brothers, and it's supposed to be like a 4. This next one was actually pretty cool because I found, oh, let me just show you. Hannibal by Thomas Harris. I did not know that The Silence of the Lambs is actually a series. There's Hannibal, Silence of the Lambs, and Red Dragon, I believe that's what it is. And I think they're all from the same series. I think this is the first one. And honestly, I just want to get my scare on. I have been in such a mood to get scared. I've been watching, or I guess I've been listening to Mr. Nightmare on YouTube and Creepypasta. I love those scary narrations. My problem is I listen to them while my husband's at work and I'm home alone in this creepy alleyway. I mean, it's really not that creepy, but when you're listening to creepy stories that are true, or true, because some of them I'm not sure, you know, but, you know, I don't know, I get scared, so then I'm like totally paranoid, and every time I hear a noise, I get creeped out, and that's what I want in my life right now. Not sure why, but we're going with it. This one is like a backlist title, as many of my books are. I wasn't even sure I was ever going to read it. That is The Host by Stephanie Meyer, who wrote the Twilight trilogy. No, not trilogy. Saga. It's like 4 books, I think. So, this is about aliens taking over the world and taking over a human's brain, and then, like, they use your body, but it's really an alien. I was thinking, I have this secret video idea that this book would be perfect for, but she chunky. We got Why We Broke Up by Daniel Handler and art by Maria Kalman. So there are some really cool, like, art pieces in here. Illustrations. They're called illustrations, Alita. See, there's some interesting art in here. So, and it's only like less than 300 pages. Oh, I'm just kidding, it's more. But this is, every breakup starts with a love story. So this is kind of like their love story / breakup story. It just sounded really cute. And then I got Zombie. Wait, no, Okay, Zombie. Sorry, it's, oh wait, no, it's not backwards. I don't know. Zombie. I got, oh, it's by Darren Shane. I got this because I'm trying to not judge books before I try them. I think that every book should be read, but not every reader should read every book, if that makes sense. I have been trying to read more, like, outside my comfort zone, and that's precisely why I got this. This is about zombies taking over the world, and I like cheesy zombie movies, and I like zombie TV shows like The Walking Dead, because that's the only one I can think of. So let's see if I can handle zombie books. I have a couple other zombie books, like Married with Zombies, but that one's more of like a parody on the zombie. On the zombie book. And then I have Generation Dead, which I'm currently reading, but Amanda, please don't hate me. I'm not loving it yet. I'm still very early on, but it's taking me forever to read that book. And I don't know, it might be me. I haven't really wanted to read. So this one is so cute. This one is Pax by Sarah Pennypacker, illustrated by John Clayson. But look at that. I don't know a lot about this other than it's middle grade, has a fox and a boy, and like the boy keeps the fox as his pet until his dad moves the family away from the country to like a more city area. And his dad, I think his dad takes off for work and leaves him with his grandpa, but his grandpa will not allow him to keep the fox, so he has to release him back into the wild, and it sounds so heartbreaking. Any book with an animal on the cover, okay, I'm not trying to spoil anything for you, but anytime the main focus of a book is an animal, it's going to tear your heart out. So, I want my heart torn out. Then I have Wicked Lovely by Melissa Marr. Interesting cover. I believe this is like fantasy, like a dark fantasy. Okay, fairy intrigue, mortal love, and the clash of ancient rules and modern expectations swirl together in Melissa Marr's stunning 21st century fairy tale. That's probably why I picked it up. I love fairy tales and like retellings and stuff, which is weird because usually fantasy is not my first genre. Is The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. I'm gonna be honest with you, I got this one mixed up with The Secret History. I thought this was gonna be the Dark Academia book. This is not. This follows the lifespan of this kid named Theo who survives an accident, and then I have no idea what happens after that. He survives the accident that his mom was killed in, and this one is another weird one for me. This is The Upside of Falling by Alex Light. I love romance and cutesy, like, fake dating type of books, which this is, but it's a Wattpad book, and I have not had good luck with Wattpad books in the past. Usually I give them like 2 to 3 stars, which is a perfectly fine reading, but it's nothing that really like tugs at my heartstrings or that really stays with me. I have heard that The Upside of Falling is really good though, so I'm gonna try to give this a shot. This is the only book out of this stack that I've already read. I found it and I read it right away. So that is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. Carrie Maniscalco. I'm very sorry if I mispronounced that. I don't know why I was putting a P in there either. There's no P in her name. This was good. I mean, this isn't a wrap-up. It's a haul. It was good, but I had such high expectations for it that it didn't quite reach my expectations. So basically you follow this girl named Audrey. She is 17, I think, and she's growing up in the time of Jack the Ripper. And she is working with her uncle. So, let me just say, it's a historical fiction, it's a historical mystery. I liked it. I gave it 4 stars, okay? But you follow Audrey, who is working with her uncle, who is a autopsy specialist. What are those people called? Can't remember. But she cuts up dead bodies to help her uncle. And because of the time period that she lives in, women were not supposed to do anything but stay home and bake and be, well, she's only 17, so her dad just wanted her to stay home and be like the housemaid type thing. He did not approve that Audrey always spent her time with her uncle, helping him investigate cases. So she goes kind of on her own to stalk Jack the Ripper. And I have to say, I thought I knew exactly who Jack the Ripper was. And I had the whole book figured out. From like page 10. My focus was not on who it was. So I was wrong. It was on someone else. Because of the way that this author wrote this book, you're gonna, I don't know, maybe you won't, but I focused in on one key character and I'm like, oh, I know it's him. It's gotta be. My mind was blown when the reveal of who it was and what was going on. It was great. It was great. So, I do recommend this, even though I didn't quite give it 5 stars. I still want to continue on with the series. That is bag number 1. So then we have this one. Okay, this one I'm super excited for. This one is Legend by Marie Lu. I haven't read this, but it is a YA dystopian future fantasy. From different worlds, June and Day have no reason to cross paths until June's brother is murdered and Day becomes the prime suspect. In a shocking turn of events, the two uncover what has really brought them together and the sinister lengths to which their country will go to keep its secrets. I got The Loneliest Girl in the Universe by Lauren James. It's a sci-fi. Editing Alita popping in for just 1 second. I did not really tell you what The Loneliest Girl in the Universe is about. All I said was it's a sci-fi, which is true. But I picked it up because it's about this girl named Rami who is on a spaceship to a new planet. I think she was actually born in the spaceship. I don't know 100% for sure, but her entire, everyone on the spaceship with her has died, and she is the only person left going to this new planet until she starts getting messages from a boy. And it's kind of about falling in love when you haven't even met this person, and it just sounds very interesting to me. This is Something Happened to Allie Greenleaf by Haley Krishker. First off, let's look at this cover. That is amazing. That is wonderful cover. And that's first what kind of brought me into this book, I'm not gonna lie. But as I was reading what this book is about, it just brought me in so much more. This book follows Allie Greenleaf, who wants to be part of the popular crowd, but she's kind of like an outsider. Blith Jensen is the popular girl who Allie wants to fit in with. Sean, I believe it's Blith Jensen's boyfriend or best friend, I'm not sure, but he asks Blith, I hope I'm saying that right, he asks Blith to do him a favor and make Allie Greenleaf part of the popular crowd so that Allie doesn't go to the police and tell them that Sean raped her. Sean is trying to get Blith to cover for him and basically like, oh, well, the rape never happened if you're one of the it crowd. It's already tugging at my heartstrings and making me breathe so heavy, and like it's so claustrophobic to even think about. This is going to be such a hard-hitting book. It's going to be hard to read at times, but like I've always said from day one, I love those kind of books that make you think, that make you feel, that just break you apart, because I am some kind of monster that likes to be broken apart. Okay, then I got Saga Volume 1. This is kind of like a sci-fi fantasy. Again, it's about, I don't know their names, but these two who are in the middle of this intergalactical war, and they're on different sides of the war, but yet they still fall in love, and that is their baby that they are trying to protect. There are many, many volumes of this. I honestly don't see myself going on with the series. It's mostly because I'm going to be participating in the Whatever-a-thon next month, and you get bonus. It's based on points. There's like a point system, and it sounds really fun. I'll link it down below. But you get bonus points if you read some of the host's favorites. This is one of Becca's favorites from Becca and the Books, and it's a graphic novel. So I have pledged to read 30 books in June. We'll see if it works out or not, but it'll be fun anyway, even if I don't reach my goal. But I wanted to try and pack my 30 books with as many like graphic novels and short stories that I could get. So that is one reason. Plus I get bonus points, and I am a very competitive person. Then I got The June Boys by Court Stevens. This is about this Scorpion. I think his name is the Scorpion. The Gemini Thief. His name is the Gemini Thief. He kidnaps boys on June 1st, and he releases them back on June 31st of the following year. So he holds them captive for a year. But when he releases them, they're not hurt. They've been well taken care of. So you wonder what has happened. Like, why did he take them? What did he do to them? Until boys' bodies are being found, and instead of releasing them, he's been killing them. So what happened? Or you're led to believe that he's been killing them and leaving them in the woods that he took them from. So what happened? Okay, and then this is also for the whatever-a-thon. I probably wouldn't have picked this up on my own. This is Scythe by Neil Schusterman. This is also a sci-fi book. So it'll help me test if I like sci-fi. I think it's kind of like... Oh my gosh, you guys. It's an arc. Do you see that? Arc of a Scythe book 1. Okay, I love getting arcs, or like reading arcs. I did buy this one. But I'm super excited to kind of test what I like in reading, if sci-fi is for me or not. And this is a near dystopian. It's a utopia, but because utopia doesn't really exist, it's a dystopian where people no longer die unless you're a Scythe. Then you have the power, all the power in the world, to kill people. But you're the only one allowed to kill people. And it kind of takes a look on like mortality and humans, and I believe it's gonna be like a tough thing to read at some points, because it's gonna be like, well, if this person lives by our rules and abides by our rules, they're gonna live. But if this person is a lying thief, we should kill them. But is stealing a reason to kill someone? And it's also a host favorite for whatever-a-thon, so that's one of the big reasons I picked it up. But I've also heard really great things. Then I got Two Can Keep a Secret by Karen M. McManus. She is a YA mystery thriller author who, so far, I've loved everything I've read by this author, so I have no idea what this book is about. I bought it because of the author. The next one goes with the one from earlier. This is The Silence of the Lambs by Thomas Harris. I think it's part of the Hannibal series, and it's a really big movie that I've never seen. I'm not really going to tell you what it's about, because I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Silence of the Lambs is about. Number 2, gone. We're on our last one. Party, party, party. Last bag! And this one's the smallest one, so I don't think it'll take very long. Oh, I got a graphic novel. Kinda. I mean, like, there's lots of pictures and everything, but this is Capone Life Behind Bars at Alcatraz by Mark Douglas Brown. So it's a nonfiction about Al Capone. We have 1,000 Beginnings and Innings, edited by Ellen O. and Elsie Chapman. So this is a short story collection by 16 authors, including Renee Odahay, E.C. Myers, Cindy Pon, Aisha Saeed, Alyssa Wong, Ellen O, Melissa De La Cruz, Lori M. Lee. So a lot of different authors. And these are 16 retellings of Asian myths and legends. Okay, so I got Scream Queens by Ido Van Belmont. It is a paperback, mass market paperback, which I don't love, but this book sounds really good. So it's about this competition TV show reality series where these girls have gone to be the next scream queen, like star in a horror movie. And in order to do that, the producers are having them spend the night in a haunted house. When some of the girls start dying, the producers don't know if it's all part of the show. Like, no one knows if it's part of the show or if it's real. We have Thirst by Benjamin Warren. It's a Bloomsbury book, which is awesome because Bloomsbury is the production. Bloomsbury are the people that produce some of the cheesy, scary movies, like they did Truth or Dare and Happy Death Day, I believe. I know they have some of the best horror movies. I love watching them. They're kind of like a guilty pleasure watch of mine. So I get to read a book by that production, that publisher. I don't know. I'm ranting, but it sounds really good. So it's this world where all the water disappeared. So Thirst is not going to be the only killer. There's actually like a slasher going around killing people, and I love cheesy slasher stuff. We're on our last book for April. So I got Interment by Samira Ahmed. I'm very sorry if I butchered that. This is in a near future where Muslim Americans are put into internment camps because they are seen as threats to the United States. And this is Own Voices, which is great. It's going to be a very hard-hitting and difficult read, especially how accurate these books portray what is going on in the world right now. Like, I recently read The Hate U Give, and I originally gave that book 4 stars because I hated the ending, but it stuck with me, and I hated the ending because it was so accurate of what would happen in today's society, and it's not fair. So if you've read The Hate U Give, then you know where I'm coming from, and it just made me so mad because I felt invested with these characters, and I felt so it was very unjust what happened in that book, for one thing, and for two, like, you never get the justification, you never get the closure, and it just made me mad reading that book. But maybe I was supposed to be mad, because thinking about today's society, that's exactly how things like that go down, and it's not fair. I picked Interment up because I think it's going to give me the same real life society views and tear me apart like The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas did, but this focuses on Muslim Americans and the way that they are treated instead of people of color, but it's the same thing. I don't know why there's so much hate in this world, and I'm probably gonna want to throw this book. I'm probably gonna cry my eyes out, and it's gonna wreck me. But sometimes you need that. It's like about educating yourself, and I feel like I've been slowly trying to educate myself by some of the things that I read. Yes, it's fiction. Yes, The Heat You Give is fiction, but it could so easily be real. Like, I don't know. I'm ranting now, and I'm getting mad. So, we're going to end it there because that was the last book of April's book haul. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I went on a couple tangents in this video. I apologize, but it's true. It's not fair, the world, the society we are creating right now. And it just bothers me so much. So, if you want to see more rants and raves and bookish things, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you for hanging out with me. I will see you guys later.